No, they're not. They're muted.
You're good.
All right. Guess what we get to do? I call it tabbing and pen time. Can you please get a tab and a pen, please, please, please? I want you to write things down. We're going to have some fun. We're going to teach you how to repackage your life my way, not your way, because you had your chance. All right. Maybe you're making millions. Maybe you're making billions. Good. Then you don't need to be here because I did that. Why don't you? Simple. What do? We're going to play the game. We're going to win. So today we're going to have some fun. Understand what we're going to do structure as we do this process. So now today I reached 60,000 followers. That's pretty good. I've only been on TikTok in basically 16 weeks. Is that okay? And I'm going to basically get more followers every day. It's fun. Now today we're going to show you on the screen right now the blueprint of success and what it is. Simple. Ray Reynolds to Godfather Credit. All I can tell you is I built 60 billion for my clients and myself over the last 50 years. Today, we're going to go over a blueprint and an example for you. We're going to play the game to win. In the beginning, I got to put my disclaimer, okay? Educational content only, not legal or tax or what financial advice. Results may vary. I had a client basically email me about an hour ago. He says, I paid $1,000. You gave me 10,000 of credit. Fantastic. You paid 1,000. I gave you 10,000. Okay. But I want the other $500. So what are you talking about? $1,000 got her 10,000 back. I've always built 10 times to what you put into a program for the fun of it. Is that okay? So again, we have to, what are you doing? Okay, what do you? My son signed up too. Okay, let's do that. See, the reality is when it comes to clients, all of them are great, but a couple. Sometimes they don't listen and learn. Guess what we get to do? We get to basically go through the process. Now, look at this. Do not do what? Use your SSN. You might have to, but again, how do you play this game? We have some choices today. I want you to write down some things here. Let's understand what's called a CFO. This is a CFO for you personally. This is personal life CFO. Over here is going to be your corporation or your LLC, whatever you want to call it. Simple. So we're going to look at two double CFOs. Now, do not use SSN because you don't have to, but you want to. That's up to you. You see, what happened basically in the 80s and 90s, we got credit cards in the mail without having to use SSN. We're going to talk about your SS5 too. Now, okay, let's do this right away. Let's write down SS5 form, okay? Now, we're all tracked by the IRS if you don't know this. So it's very simple. They put a bond in every one of us up to $35 million apiece. All right, they have on file as an SS5. Every one of you have one. You filled out the form, my mommy did, depends when you were born, if Nixon took the gold standard out. All right, lease approved. Well, I guess it's up to you. You see, the reality we have today is SS5 equals what? Let's write it down. SSN. So we have to look at a couple of things. Do you want to get to million to billion? That's a very simple question. If the goal is this, let's play the game to win. If the answer is yes. So what do we get to do? Let's do this. Equals 1040 tax return. That is a 1040 tax return. But what you have is very simple. Your goal is today is to understand something. Do you need a paycheck? And let's write down your paycheck of 64, all right, 20, 64.20. Okay, or do you need $10,000? I didn't ask what you want, I asked what you need. There's a big difference of need. We're going to do this today and talk about tax balancing. Tax balance is very simple as we do this, understand this. This is the IRS right here. These are the bullies and then what I say liars. That's just my opinion. Here's you. You're trying to do tax balancing, and that's the ultimate goal. So what you need to figure out is what does your paycheck need to be? Now, the difference is over here. What do we say? Let's pretend you have an LLC. Okay. The LLC, there are 9 types of LLCs, 9 types. What do? Maybe you have an LLP. Maybe you have a C Corp. Maybe you have an S Corp, a nonprofit, or what's called a PC professional corp. These are the categories we get to pick. So let's write it down and understand how to play this game to win. It's a game to me. I've been playing this game since I was a kid. So let's understand today, very simple, what I did for me. I created a system in 1976 called Winning the Game of Business. Right here, Winning the Game of Business. That's what I created in 1976. I kept updating it again and again. This is corporations and corporations, so understand that. So we're going to show you different ways to do this today. Very simple. You got to pick your LLC. Fantastic. Okay, you got one of those? Let's pretend you say you're an expert in real estate. You have 3 houses. Fantastic for that too. Now, these categories are online on the Secretary of State's website. So the Secretary of State's website It's right there. Your categories are very simple. These categories are online. So when they sue these LLCs or LLPs, C Corps, S Corps, they will sue you. And if somebody says they're hiding or they're protecting their assets, it's not true. What happens is very simple. Okay, we have choices to understand, and I don't like the way that's written. So let's write it a little neater. So let's do this. 9 types of LLC, 9 types. 3 houses, fantastic. What's going to happen today, basically, probably name the LLC after you. That's dumb number 1. You probably named it what it does. That's dumb number 2. And you actually do business at LLC, dumb number 3. Sorry to say, but it's true. See, our problem is very simple as we play this game to win. I would like you to understand a couple of things today, okay? Number 1, let's write down F-N-I-C-E-N. So F-I-N-C-E-N, okay? Come on. See, we got all these silly people on TikTok and social media saying you can protect yourself under the LLCs, Wyoming, blah, blah, blah. Well, what happened very simple yesterday, if you look this up, very simple what it is today, we get to play the game to understand. So here we got. This is the Department of Treasury Financial Crime Enforcement. If you have an LLC in Wyoming, and it's not the corporation your state in here. In other words, I'm in California. If I'm in California, I must have a corporation here. If not, it flags them to look under there. Wyoming. I have a Wyoming corp, I have a Nevada corp, whatever I have. If I don't have one in California, I'm kind of screwed up. They're going to audit everybody. It's very simple. So we have to be careful of all this. You have 5 LLCs. It's silly. You don't need 5 LLCs. But again, how do you structure is going to be up to you as well. So what do we do? So lease approved. Today, if we had a division of me, write down division of me. In other words, if we created this corporation here, and let's say you're a CFO, okay, and you had a division, you would think about division process. I created this in 1984. Circuit from there, 1984. A division process. Let's understand what we're trying to get to. When you watch the banks bankrupt 22,000 locations last year, you should have been curious of how they do that. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to have over here number 1 be 9. What are we trying to do? We're trying to create a line of defense. The line of defense is something we need to create for ourselves because you tend to bring the pain home. Sorry, but you do. What we look at is this. Can I sign a lease agreement or a building within SS4 versus SSN? The answer is yes, if you set it up correctly. So again, what are we going to do? We're going to learn how to play my way because, sorry, I don't like your way. So let's do this. Let's look at this here. Put this on the screen, please. This is the Reynolds auto income process. I'd like you to take a picture of that. All right, take a picture of that right there. What does this mean? I would like you to think about today getting you a mouse pad, okay? Why? This is your future, okay? I'd like you to think about the word auto income. Can you write down auto income, please? Write it down. I believe your problem is you got stuck in the job you might hate. All right, you got what? Wife, dog, cat and a fish, or dog, whatever, your husband. I believe you got stuck. I think that kind of sucks. What was you get to do? So let's play a little differently my way for a while, okay? I think your way kind of don't like it. If we focus on this today, a corporation would have auto income. What is our goal? 100,000. So let's write down $100,000 right here. $100,000 income. This is monthly. Should be your goal. I created a division process in 84. This is what these are. If you have an LLC, you have 9 types of LLCs. Great. 3 LLCs, what do you have? You got what? 3 properties. What happens? You got franchise tax fee all over the place. California charges $1,000 to $800 per corporation. So again, 5 LLCs make no sense to me. If I had 3 houses, if they sued one of them, they would sue you. That's what happens all the time. So we have to focus on something. This is called a line of defense. You watch banks do this, you watch grocery stores do this, but you didn't do this. The United States of America Incorporated, 50 corporations, 50 states and cities are corporations as well. Cities, they're so smart they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy federal protection for the cities to maintain the assets and wipe out their debt. If we learn to package ourselves correctly, we can win the game. So what do? Put this back on the screen, please. Now, if you'd like a free mouse pad, I'll give you one of those today. I'll pay the whole thing to ship it to you because I want you to focus on auto income. The auto income process for you to create $100,000 a month income to the corporation or LLC, whatever you have. It's structure. Structure is finance. Now, me, I accomplished my goals. I've never stopped till I do. From there, I wrote basically see it, believe it, go get it, when I was 12 years old. There's me in 1981. In 1981, I had the highest kick on this planet and also the fastest kick as well. I'm a very disciplined person. Now, the next thing is to look at assets and goodies. I call them goodies. Would you like some goodies? Every car there, every yacht and helicopter has a division. So all of a sudden here I have properties. This is a line of defense, properties, okay? If I have them here, they'd probably sue you. If someone tells you that's not true, basically it's basically a lie. See, the LLC is online, Secretary of State's website. So when they sue the corp, they sue you because you're the bank account, you're on the signer, you're everything else you're doing. See, an LLC could file bankruptcy, but you signed all the goodies. You're on the bank account, so they come get you. If they get you, they're also going to get your spouse because you don't have it planned the right way. Again, what do? If I have houses and houses and houses, okay, every car to me, all right, every helicopter, all right, every house is going to be a division process, or it's going to be something we want to do and keep the process a line of defense. So what do? Everything you do and you focus on today is very simple. We have to understand how to play the game. Every mansion, everything I ever own, it's not me. It's a basically irrevocable trust, unless it's a property I rent out. So what do? We're very simple. Here, what do we look at? So if we look at the goodies here, for instance, Huntington Harbor, there's 5 islands. 5 islands. I had properties on Seascape, Coral Cay, and Portofino Cove. All right, there's the largest U-dock in Huntington Harbor. That's where I park my yacht. Where do you park yours? It's a simple question. So again, I'm going to tell you about what you can do for yourself if you want to. Now, we all have a sad story to tell. At the end of the day, nobody really cared. In my life, maybe your life they do. I don't know. So what happened? I was born in a taxi. My mommy didn't want me. What do? Now, I did one thing. When I was 7.5 years old, I was in a coma. I crashed my bicycle riding down the street at 42 miles an hour, using my face as the brake. It wasn't even my bike belonging to the kid across the street because I never got one of those, okay? So I made a promise when I was 7 years old. Here's my promise. Because I'm on the couch and I'm asking God and I'm praying to God and begging God, if I could walk again, I'd help people. It's a promise, simple. So I was crippled for life, and their maid rang the bell and said, if you got to go pee-pee, all right, I'll take you pee-pee. Well, she didn't take me pee-pee. What did I do? Very simple. I rode off the couch. I grabbed the orange shag carpet, dragged myself to the pee-pee. I'm praying and begging God to help me. I want to walk again. I'm praying. I'm asking, please walk. Please let my legs work. I said one thing. If you allow me to walk today, I will help people the rest of my life. By the way, I walked back from the pee-pee to the couch. It freaked everybody out. So let's understand something. For 50 years, online or in person, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, twice a day, and 6 times on Saturday. I've done this for 50 years because I made a promise. That's why I'm here today. So if you keep your promise, you guess what? I get to walk. It worked for me, all right? Maybe you got to keep your promise to yourself too, but that's why I'm here. Bottom line is fighting through the pain. If our goal is to fight through the pain, we have to figure this out. It's not hard to do this, but we get to play the game to win. So fighting through the pain wasn't easy for me. What did I have to do? First, I'm in a coma. I pray, and God opens the doors, and I get to walk. Oh, good. And I help people for 50 years. For 32 years, every Wednesday, all right, Bonaventure, every Tuesday, Orange County, every Thursday, Ontario, and every Saturday, Long Beach. I got an award for being the second largest advertiser in California for 32 years. So today we can focus. We can focus and play the game if you want to play. But I like to play to win. Is that okay if we win the game this day? If we win the game today, it's very simple. Now, I got a couple of problems. Number one, I stutter once in a while. I have recall on most things, and I write with both hands talk at the same time. All right, now get an IQ up the chart. Is that okay? If you can listen and learn, I can change your life if you want to. But if you don't, that's up to you. So the bottom line, first coma, got to be crippled, got to walk again, and that's why I'm here. If we play the game to win. What does this mean, playing the game? Well, let's see. Being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment in time. That's the first thing I wrote as a kid. And I got to touch and I got to do, I kicked the door jam. Ever since I come and I get to walk, I get to jump very high. I'm kicking the door jam. I'm kicking the basketball hoop when I was 14. And then there's basically 13 feet in 1981. Fastest kick, highest kick on planet Earth. Now, everything's going great. I got my first $1 billion structure at 21, 2.6 billion, 26. 2009, guess what? I took my yacht out in the backyard of my beautiful wife with a group of people. I got to go in a coma. I got to die and come back. This sucks. Why? My tax guy stole my $3.7 billion. What am I going to do? See, here's the problem. Everybody's got a sad story. Nobody cares at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned. Nobody cared about my life, but it's up to you. What do we do? So I got to come back and rebuild it again and again. Maybe that's because I'm God's example. I don't know what it is, but again, I had to do it again and again. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. Is that good? From there, I got my wife her next estate. So again, my point for you is never, never, never give up. Fight through the pain. Every goodies there is a division. I used to own Shakey's Pizza. A bunch of those Shakey's. Okay. From there, I had 31 flavor ice cream places. I had Subway sandwiches. Okay. What do we do? The division process was created when 1984 because I didn't want to pay franchise tax fee for all my corporations. See, today, owning corporations doesn't make too much sense if you do it the wrong way. But again, what are they going to do? It's going to be up to you as we play this game to win. Now, I also created a website called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru because I don't think he is. I think we should live the life daily, not just because it's on Saturday or Sunday. But again, it's going to be up to you. So I want you to think about focusing today on a couple of things, okay? I'm going to focus on very simple God, family, money. That's just me. I'm going to focus on God, family, money for a reason. Let's understand this. Let's pretend today you're going to pay attention 100%. This means here's you. Here's you, no problem. And here's your spouse over here, okay? Husband and wife situation. Fantastic. You became what? One. You became one under God's eyes. I agree with that. But what happens next? You have the chance to create 3 divisions of me. Please write down division of me. Please write down division of me. I need you to understand what this means. A division of me. Understand what you get to do. You had 3 chances to try. Unfortunately, you didn't take your chances to try. You focus on the SS5, which you don't even know what the hell that is, unfortunately. Or this is the SSN in your 1040 tax return. So your paycheck today is taxed. It's taxed before you get your check. Doesn't that suck? So they tax our paycheck. We get the leftover. Then everything we touch again is tax, and probate when we're gone. That's how it works. So what do we do? So I want you to focus on today. Please understand division of me. This gives you 3 chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not, you know what? That's how it works. Now, this is be SS4. I'd like you to look at an SS4 form. I'll show you one exact example as well. It says employer. It says entity, which is a division, or it says individual person. Are you a person, yes or no? So you'll be entitled to 3 of these. What are we going to do? Very simple. The SS4 is for here, 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 and here. So what do we do? I don't want a division under me. I wanted the division under me under the basic corporate structure. We're going to change this now. We're not going to put CFO. We're going to put an M in the box. Management company. No rich and famous person or company runs companies from their parent company. They own companies. This is where you have to figure this out. They run companies. So the bottom line is very simple as we look at things today. If we look at the banks last year alone, every bank that's out there, they bankrupt locations. They bankrupt 22,000 locations. They bankrupt that, 22,000 locations. So what do we do? Now, bankruptcy code is automatic state federal protection. So they bankrupt these things and they kept the assets. Okay, that's what they did. Now, if we look at it over here, banks are doing the same process. Again, what are we doing? Timber. Okay, what do? We got the SSN, what? This is the banks right here. And this is the IRS again, IRS, simple. So they're doing tax balancing over here and over here. So let's understand something. If you have an LLC, it is online, Secretary of State's website. If they sue that, they will sue you and your spouse. LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, or PC, whatever. PC is a professional corp. So these are ducks and sheep as far as I'm concerned. But you think they're going to protect you, fantastic. Get 5 of those. California is going to cost you what? $1,000 per entity. Now let's understand, this is Department of Treasury Financial Crime Enforcement. When you have 5 LLCs, they're going to look at those. They're now investigating you having corporations out of state. So if you're in California, you file your taxes here, they're looking if you have a corporation in any other state. Again, I'm going to tell you to incorporate your own state first until you're the profit zone. If you have a Nevada corp, fantastic. If you have corp in your state, great. If I have a Wyoming, which is a joke in the first place, it's just a joke, it doesn't work. Don't worry, they're going to come get you. When they come get you, they're going to get your spouse too. It's all over the internet. Simple. If we look at this correctly, if you got that 5 LLCs, it's a joke because you listen to some clown telling you what to do. Sorry, I don't like clowns. I'd like you to focus today, very simple, and let's think about something. If we could focus on God, family, and money, what are we going to do? We're going to repackage it my way, okay? I've been online 6 days a week, okay, or in person for 50 years so far. As of Sunday, last week, it's been 50 years, 50 years. So if you want some help, it's very simple. I'm online twice a day currently, and 6 times on Saturday, 6 classes. That's all free, free. You understand free? But again, are you willing to listen and learn? See, I believe I'm God's example to help people. That's okay. 50 years helping people. That's what I've done. It's going to be up to you. What do we do? I think procrastination's a killer of the dream. I think you kill your own dream all the time because you procrastinate and you put things off till tomorrow and they never work. Tomorrow never comes. What do? We got to learn how to play the game to win. Okay? Winning the game of business. And that's what our goal is. So if we understand this procrastination, the killer of a dream, what do? We play my way. I created Winning the Credit Game in 1976. Okay? Once again, I created one in 1976. It's right here. What did I do? When I created my first patent, my patent was very simple. I created something called Car Finder. They gave me an opportunity when doing the patent to give me a check for $1 million and give me a license fee for the rest of my life. Okay, but this is what it is, 1976. Winning the what? Game of business. This is corp to corp back then, no problem. I created what? Division process in 84. They approved it in 85, 86. Every division is allowed to have its own credit file. Its own credit file. What do we get to do? If I have credit here, here, and here, I have only one set. Your LLC today has a what? An Experian, Transfer, and Equifax, but most of you don't even have that yet. Why not? I don't understand why you don't have that yet, but it's going to be up to you. If we want to build finance here, structure, finance, and dream. Let's write it down. Structure equals finance and dreams. Yes, thank you for Black Card, Ken Fuck, 60,000 people. Yeah, we reached it today. I thought we reached it a week ago, but again, what happened? It just took a little longer. 60,000 followers in 16 weeks. That's what it is, 16 weeks. Okay, let's get to the 100,000. Let's have some more fun. So what do? We're going to create a management company, write it down, and you're going to have 9 divisions for lines of credit and 9 locations. You're going to create the ability to offset your taxes if you want to, but it's up to you. It's called tax balancing. Now, your paycheck is taxed. They tax it before you get your money. You get the leftover. If you have a house, the house payment is usually for 24 years is all interest. 24 years interest. So a house payment and basically what? Property tax gives you back your money in your tax return. When you hear silly people don't buy a house, but I have all these houses and don't sell me the water, blah, blah, blah. I think it's a bunch of hooey, bunch of crap, in my opinion. Now that I've been on TikTok for 16 weeks, it's like these circus clowns, some of them out there a long time. No one's been able to challenge them because they don't know what they're doing, maybe. I don't know. So I don't like the fact that we see circus clowns. Now here we have choices. Now we're going to do some more. Now watch. You're going to create 3 divisions of me. You're putting the divisions of me under the corporation here. All right. I'm going to show you that Chapter 18 shows this as a legal person. Did you have babies? Do you have babies? Yes or no? I have 6 kids. 5 girls and a boy. Simple. So I had babies, and every baby has a credit file. If the corporation has babies called divisions, every one of these have a credit file. So this is 9 locations and 9 divisions of credit. So let's put 9 here, and that equals 18. 18. So again, if you want to create 100,000 a month, you must have 18 divisions. If you want $1 million a month, you must have 72. Numbers never lie, only people lie. Understand? So if we play this game to win, no, understand. We're going to put some initials in these boxes here. So let's focus this. This is for contracts. Contract, it's a C. This is supply equals cash credit. This is just cash credit. Is that okay? Cash credit. See, if you're a customer currently in a program, the goal is you should update and upgrade your program now. Why should you upgrade? Because we're trying to do account. We're trying to figure out your structure of this next 12 months. The goal is to package you for 12 months in a row and get you where you want to go, but it's up to you. So what do? Winning the game of business is right there. I created a division process, very simple. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because we hit the 60,000 followers. Okay. Now, being at the Bonovich every Wednesday was fun for 32 years. Orange County, Ontario, Long Beach, no problem. So 32 years, I won an award for that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What did I create? Books for Dummies. I wanted to create books for dummies because I feel dumb when I do something new. All right. The goal is very simple as we play this game. Let's win. The books for dummies that was taken, so I had to call it something else. I call it the Millionaire's Founders Kit. The Millionaire's Founders Kit. Actually, the blueprint for success. So the blueprint of success was my goal, and what I did. 12 books, one book every month for a year. You have 1,000 steps, rules, and tools, and you actually have $1 million company. This system actually helped build itself if you just follow the rules and tools. But again, what do we call it? The Millionaire's Founders Kit. Now, the Millionaire's Founders Kit, I sold it for 32 years for $5,000 a set. All the time, info commercials and all kinds of stuff. If you want a copy today in the link tree, it's right there. It's $499. It's simple. It's $500. There it is. This is going to give you the 12 books and CDs to actually repackage your whole corporation structure to do $1 million per year if you want to, but it's up to you. It's in the link tree. This is the books and CDs that help you for 12 months to get your structure correctly the right way. Now, if you don't have a corporation today, it's very simple. It's in the link tree. I've been giving corporations for free for 50 years. Why not? I paid $10 for my first one. All right. Very simple. Now that corp today is $30. You have $30, file a nonprofit. You have $100, there it is. Profit or nonprofit. Free. See, I watch people for years and years spend thousands of dollars with an attorney, but practice the law hasn't got it right yet. So they're free. Again, if you have 5 of these in California, that's $5,000 because that's franchise tax fee. That's why I had to create division process in 84. Division process. Let's understand something. If we play the game, we get to do what, when. What does it go? So take your pictures in the link tree, free articles for everybody. Why not? Now, I created this for the kids, and I'd like you to get a copy as well. Today, this is called Starting Out Right. Starting Out Right. This is what it is. Starting Out Right. What do we do? I want you to understand rules and tools. Unfortunately, no one taught you this in school. Now let's go back to the 70s. The 1970s, late 70s, I am the trainer for TRW, and this is Ken Yarbrough. So Ken Yarbrough, security chief at TRW, became a Spirit in 96. I'm training him the way I believe it should be done because of my background and everything else. I said oldest credit card, oldest card, okay? I also said fluctuation. So what happens today is very simple today. Every one of us have the ability to understand this. All cards fluctuate. We have to put a stick in the back of the card. I designed this so 29% is green, 30 is yellow, and 50 is red. You understand? So these cards are simple. This is a $50,000 card. And by the way, this is my personal card, $50,000. This is a 10, my card as well. I'd like to get you 7 of these and 1 of these. Is this okay? See, I believe you need 100,000 of personal credit. 100,000. Why? Because I believe what is going to happen with your life is going to go up and down like a yo-yo. Lost your job, got a job, blah, blah, blah. If I have $100,000 of credit, I have 71,000 of safety because I'm allowed to use 29%. Got it so far? So 21 or 29%, 71,000 safety because I have an old blankety blank day. Let's watch. These are my wife's cards because I use this as an example for one reason. I always get a turd a day and giving me crap no matter what I do. You really have the cards? They're right here. These are gold or platinum cards paid over time, $100,000. So what do? I'd like to get you these cards and this so you have a 750 the rest of your life. I'd like you to quit bringing the pain home. I want you to put a sticky behind every card you have today that fluctuates. By the way, all cards do, but these two do not. So what do? If we have the safety, and this is what we have to understand something, safety is very crucial to all of us. We have the ability to play the game to win. But again, what do? So remember, as we do this correctly, I'd like you to get a copy of this today. The goal is very simple today, getting a copy for you. What does this mean? Today, it's called what? Starting Out Right for the kids. It's a free download. If you get it today during the live with me, it's free. If not, it's $25 in the open market. That's what you get to do. $25 in the open market. This is what happens. I like to give it for free for you and your kids and for yourself. Please put it in your email and send it to everybody you can, please. It's free. Free. Is that okay? We give it for free? Now, the next thing I want you to think about is this. The Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is fraud. Hey, I didn't say they did. So the Credit Repair Organization Act as well. You must be bonded, Nonprofit, registered to the Attorney General's office, they collect no money up front. So all these silly people, I'm going to repay you credit. I don't believe in credit repair. I think it's a scam. That's just my opinion. I think you can rebuild your credit. That's okay too. When I wrote the first book about prove it or remove it, because I helped set up the system, that makes it validates the information that's there. That's not a problem. So again, they even indicted Daniel, the credit repair cloud. So be careful, please. The indictment was $3 million. So if they knock on your door today, because you do credit repair, just go, hey, indict me. There I go. That's what happens. So credit repair is a fraud. There's no magic wand. Now, if you want to help yourself, and that's very simple, help yourself. What does it mean? I wrote the book, basically here, another book, Winning the Credit Game. Winning the Credit Game is a system out there. It's $50 for the book. It's very simple. If you want it for free, you basically subscribe. In the link tree, it's right there. So scan it, take a picture, send it to everybody you know. Everybody in the world should get a copy of this for free. Why not? See, they didn't teach us about credit in school, in high school, college, or anything else. So again, we get to play the game. It's free. There you go. Now, if you have debt problem, Debt Crisis Intervention can help you. The Fair Debt Collections Practice can help you as well. It's right here. By the way, it's also free too. See, I'd like you to have knowledge and know how to do things without hiring people that rip you off. I think your friends and family, some of them ripped you off in the past too. I think you're stuck. I think that kind of sucks, but it's up to you. If we play the game to what? To win. Understand something. I want to share the live now. Tap the screen. Help me get to that next 20,000 followers, 100,000. That's my next goal. 60,000, it took me 16 weeks. But I'm there. Let's get to the next 40,000 followers, get 100,000 followers. I do have 15 million people in my database. I'd like to transfer over here too, because I decided to stay on TikTok, but I challenge these, what I call circus clowns. 20% of the people are going blah, 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 full of crap. I don't like that. You need articles, it's free. Articles Corporation. You need Winning the Credit Game, it's free. Starting right for the kids. If you DM me, I'm going to give you the mouse pad. I'll send it and I'll pay everything for you because I want you to change your life. If you need a phone call, you want to talk to the office, 800-254-9506. It's in the link tree as well, and you get to do this. This number's right there for you too. I like you to get past go. Understand? Get past go because I think you're stuck. I think that kind of sucks. So we have the ability to listen and learn and have to play the game to win. What does this mean? I've written 67 books so far. I got other ones I'm editing right now. We're going to play. I think the problem you have is your lack of knowledge. I think your lack of knowledge is why you bring the pain home. I think you bring it home all the time, and you shouldn't do that at all. You don't need to, but it's up to you if you play this game to win. Now, what did you do? Let's pretend you go back to the time before you screwed up your credit. You probably sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. And what did you do? Very simple. You said, honey, we got our friends and family. We're going to jack up our credit, drop our score, get stuck, can't get any more. We're going to honk our hats and be done. Sorry, that's what you did. You jacked up the wrong card. 90% of you have bad credit scores because it sucks because of utilization. So I have to basically repackage you my way because your way sucks. Sorry. That's what I believe. Let's write down never bring the pain home. There's no reason to. Never bring the pain home. Now, I'd like to repackage you my way. Is that okay? We did it my way for a while, but again, it's simple as we play this game. What does this mean? We can repackage our life, understand CFO here, and division process. So if you repackage yourself, you have another chance to try. As long as you're trying, you're not what? Simple, dying. It's simple as we play this game. Let's win. Now, if you don't have this yet, get an irrevocable trust. An irrevocable trust, as John D. Rockefeller, I studied as a kid. Take your picture. We use Legal Shield. For a couple $100, they'll give you an irrevocable trust. That's all you have to do. So take a picture, set it up, protect your assets and your family. Is that okay? To play my way, it's up to you. Now, what do? I want you to focus on the SS5 form, the SS5. I told you to write it down in the beginning. This is the form in front of you. You filled it out or mommy did. One of you filled it out based on Nixon taking the gold standard out. If a woman delivers a baby at the hospital, they hand her the form. It is federally mandated at the hospital. You can't be released from the hospital unless you fill out the form. The SS5 is right in front of you. Let's put it on the screen, please. What do? The SS5. This application allowed you to get an SSN and tie to your 1040 tax return. That's how they bond us for $35 million apiece, up to that amount of money. What do? Now, let's compare SS5 to SS4. Let's write. Come on, right here. It says employer identification number right at the top. Line 1 says entity. Entity is a division. Okay. It also says individual person. Are you a person? Yes or no? We get 3 divisions of ourselves, 3 divisions of us, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. If you have the intent to defraud and they ask me, I testify against you in court of law. I don't want you to screw this up. Is that okay? We do it my way for a while. So the SS5 equals SSN and 1040. Got it so far? That's how they track your paycheck. And your paycheck's taxed before you get the leftover. They get paid before you do, and you did the work, okay? That's how it works. The SS4 is the ability for a corporation or LLC to receive money. If you don't go back in time, understand something. The LLC was created off sole proprietor. That's why they call it limited liability company. From there, some books even say it's a corporation because it is. If they sue it, they sue you because you're the officer and you're the bank account. You're the duck and sheet. So as we compare the SS5 and SS4, let's look on the screen right here. What is it? The difference is how you do tax balancing. If we look at an LLC making money, I would tell you to convert it to S corp, single filing, because you can be a lousy bookkeeper and make $3 to $5 million and not pay any tax. If you're a good bookkeeper, good, fantastic, no problem. If you have a C corp, it's double tax. I'd say make that an S as well, but it's up to you. I'm just going to tell you what I believe you should do, but it's up to you as well. I'd say I'm not here to be safe an attorney, but I'll teach you how to play my way. I only created millions and billions. Is that okay? You might want to listen just a little bit as we play this game. I'd like you to do tax balancing. Saturday, I have 6 classes. My 9 o'clock class is called tax balancing. It's very simple. It's every 11 weeks. If you want to join us, if you DM us today, you get it for free. If you do not, it's $500. The 5 other classes are free. So if you DM, you get the class for free. If you don't, guess what? You're going to pay for the class or you're not going to go at all. Simple. How we play the game to win. I want to help you, but I need you to help me as well. Got it so far? Now, the first dashboard ever created that allowed tax ID. Let's write it down. In 1987. So when we look at 1987, I created a dashboard that allows tax ID, EIN, TIN, and SSN. The application that actually allows credit cards under that tax ID for divisions and process. This is what it is. So 84, I created this. Why did I create division process? They had no choice. They sent me a letter in the mail because they said, you got to pay a franchise tax fee for every corporation you got. I'm the largest registered owner agent in the world. I'm doing corporations for everybody all the time. I have a what? I'm the basically satellite business. I'm the largest what? Manufacturer, distribution, and installation companies for $100 million. I own some shakies, some 30 flavors, some shopping centers and condos. No problem. I didn't want to pay $1.2 million for a franchise tax fee. So when they say you got 5 LLCs, that makes no sense. Why would we pay 5 times for 5 pieces of paper when divisions are under the corporation with no franchise tax fee? And that's the way to play the game to win. It's going to be up to you as well. So what do? 1987, when I'm training Yarborough in the 80s and part of the 70s, I created the dashboard that allowed right here in front of you, tax ID. So the tax ID allows it for the credit report application if you know how to play the game to win. But it's up to you as well. As we play this game, what are we trying to do? Win the game of business. So in 1986, I got an award for one reason, because I created the 29% rule. 29% is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. It's right there. Simple to do. So if you put a sticky behind every credit card today and you look at your utilization, you can rebalance your debt to ratio. If you don't, you'll keep lousy limits and lousy credit cards. Most people's limits on credit cards suck. These are ink cards at $50,000 each, or basically $350,000 right here. What do? If you pay off a card all the time, you will never get a big limit on the cards because you're not basically using the money they gave you. This is a venture, $50,000. The average venture is less than $10,000 because why? You pay it off every month because you listen to somebody I don't think you should listen in the first place. Again, but it's up to you. If you want big limits, the goal is very simple because utilization can hurt you on your credit score no matter what you do. So what do? Very simple. The goal is this. All cards fluctuate. All cards fluctuate. Okay, this is the goal we have to look at. Okay, as we do this. Nick, is there any way to make this fan work? Okay, please. All right, so understand. If all cards fluctuate, that's the problem we have today. They fluctuate. What does that mean? If I use a card past 29%, what happens? It drops the score. Now I'm stuck. I can't get any more. I just hurt myself and my family, backed myself in the corner. Thank you. What do? If I have an emergency, I'm not going to jack up the card that fluctuates. That'd be kind of dumb. If I look at gold and platinum cards, they don't what? They do not fluctuate. Understand? Do not fluctuate. So guess what? Let's focus on one thing. Today I lost my job. What are we going to do? Well, if I have what I just told you, you'd have safety credit of $71,000. Do you need that? That gets for a year's time of basically up and down, yo, 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 and basically what crappy year, crappy day, crappy month, whatever it is. If I have safety, I protect my family. Is that the goal, to protect our families? Again, it's God, family, money. So when we look at these cards, they don't what? Fluctuate. The ultimate goal is for all of us to understand how to play the game to win. So I'd like you to get to 750 and repackage yourself your own way if you want. If you need help, we have paralegals to help you as well. All they would do is verify information. That's all they do. It has to be accurate and verifiable, simple. I wrote the book on Prove It, Remove It years ago anyway, as we play this game. Now, before you jack up your cards and basically screw it up, what do I want you to do? I want you to increase the limits. On most dashboards, you can increase the limits with no inquiry. You can also call the credit and ask that question. It's like Chase. If you call and ask for to increase limits, personal business, they tend to not give you an inquiry. They ask it to South Pole. Now, let's understand. Chase, every card has a personality. Every card I show you has a personality, and Chase has a 524 rule. Write down 524. You have to understand the rules and tools. Every card has a personality. That's all we have to understand. If we increase the limits, what happens? Remember, 29% is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. Understand this? When you jacked it up, you dropped your score, got stuck. This is what you did to you. The bottom line is take a picture. I'd like you to learn about utilization the most you can. Every card here is very simple. $500 card, I can use $145. $2,000, $580. $5,000, $1,450. $25,000, $7,250. So because your utilization and most of you suck, you did it wrong, you brought the pain home, you got to stop that. What do? We repackage yourself correctly. You have to be a CFO here so you can be one here. Again, you're trying to get to $100,000 a month if you want to, but it's up to you. Now, I'd like to give you a procedure. Can you write these down, please? Some things, please. Now, I'd like you to think about something today. I wrote a program for Tier W, became the reports wrong years ago, and they became a Sperry 96. I wrote down Prove It or Remove It. I wrote down also Fast Pay, Quick Pay. Let's write down Fast Pay, Quick Pay. Simple. Now, here's what I'd like you to do today, if you would, please. I'd like you to take all your utility bills, all the bills you have, automatic payment and paperless. Same thing on your credit cards. All credit cards this. Now, what I want you to do, if you do this today, later on, you're going to call 888-567-8688. You're going to opt out for 5 years on the national mailing list and get off the dark web. Hey, they're selling you information by seconds. No one teaches you the truth and rules and tools, but I will, since I helped set it in the first place. I'm old school, current school, and future school, and I have all the things here to help you if you want. So again, all bills, utility bills, and credit cards, what it is, paperless, automatic payment. On credit cards, you're going to make an extra payment weekly or biweekly. That's called Fast Pay, Quick Pay. You never basically pay your cards every week, month, or whatever. It makes no sense. If you want a card for $16,000, keep doing that. No problem. If you want $50,000, you have to keep a balance because they want you to use money. That's simple, but it's up to you. Again, opt out for 5 years. It's up to you as well. If you want to, do what you want. I'll teach you how to play the game to win. So the phone number is in front of you right now. So let's write it down. Let's call that later today if you want to, but it's up to you. Again, we get to play the game to what? To win. Now, what I just told you is right there, okay? I'd like you to take a picture in this section right here in that section right there. It shows that circle right there. If you do what it says right there, you can put your own score. You don't need to hire a coach and blah, 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 crappa. And you can do this in 90 days or less. If you need some like Prove It or Remove It stuff, what's going to happen, paralegals, you want help, our paralegals will help you. Go back again 50 years ago. Mortgage companies had a problem because people had jacked up credit. I was a consultant for Tier W and also Ken Yarber and Harold Stokes. This means I created a system called what? Rapid Score. Rapid Score allows you to basically bring down your debt ratio while you're in an escrow. If you're in a rapid score today, not next week, today, you can put your score up 150 points. Anybody can do this. Any ding-dong can do this, okay? Even us ding-dongs can do it too. Rapid rescore blocks crap and pushes scores up, and away. Why do I want to push up? This is green lights. Maybe I need some credit cards to rebalance my other credit cards, okay? It might take credit to balance credit. Got it so far? It's up to you. What do? The first job you got, I want you to focus on the job and think back then. What happened? I got my job. I got my paycheck. What happened? Where's my money? The IRS got their cut. You got the leftover. What the what? You had to get used to that, didn't you? The next thing we have to compare the SSN to SS4. Why? Because you're allowed divisions of you. You're allowed divisions of the corporation structure in the first place. Unfortunately, you did not do this. And this is what your problem is. All mortgage companies, to let you know, and brokers use Rapid Score because I created it 50 years ago. So let's understand. The SSN and SS4, let's compare. Here's a form that's universal. Employer, entity is a division, or even you. It says right there, individual person. Are you a person, yes or no? You're entitled to 3 of these. All right, 3 of these. And if you don't have the intent to do what? Fraud. If you did, I'd testify against you in a court of law. Would you do what? Now let's focus. If I had to file bankruptcy, am I going to do it me as a person and bring my wife into it as well? Or is it going to be a corporation or a division? See, you get to choose who's the duck. You get to choose the design of your life if you choose to, if you paid attention in the first place. Why you didn't do this in the first place, I have no idea. I don't know why you bring the pain in the first place. It makes no sense to me. Bankruptcy. I'm not here to be an attorney, not at all. Bankruptcy is automatic stay, federal protection. Most people who file bankruptcy didn't need a bankruptcy at all. If you're not losing house today or garnishing your wages, why would you file it? Because you went to a bankruptcy attorney. He or she sold you to a bankruptcy. You're asking what you need. They're going to sell you what they have because that's all they have. What do you think? They're going to sell you a pickle or an ice cream? Most people didn't need it. Now understand, bankruptcy, Federal Protection Act, automatic what stay? I believe if you learn, you can seal the record if you wanted to. But it's up to you. Here it is. Here. Do we want to bankrupt an SSN, which we only have one? Or would we bankrupt a corporation or division? Banks bankrupt locations called branch numbers. Cities do that as well versus states. So could we learn to play the game to win? Probably, but it's up to you. I would like you to think today to spend 6 days a week with me for a while. Yeah, I like to repackage your life because I think your way sucks. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Here's a rapid rescore. A rapid refresher score blocks crap, puts your scores up. That's what we did in the mortgage companies right here. What I just said is on the right-hand side here. Take a picture. Understand what a rapid refresh does. It's right there. It can block crap, push scores up to get more credit cards to rebalance your debt to ratio because your debt to ratio sucks. Most of you. It's up to you. If you had our paralegals do this today, they'd charge you $1,000. Why? Because they're going to hand you $10,000 in credit. Here's a system like a lady earlier today got $10,000 for $1,000. For $1,000, they're going to do an analyzation, block your crap, rapid rescore, and they're going to hand you $10,000 in credit, $10,000. 10 times your investment if you wanted to, but it's up to you. They'll do all that with you, and they'll also do what? Credit rebuilding. They'll go back after everything to prove it and remove it and make sure it's accurate anyway. And that's the way the system works. But again, it's up to you. If you Zelle, you save 5%. Use a card, you don't save the 5%. That's how it works. Again, what should we do? Let's go back to chapter 18. Let's think today, okay? Chapter 18, right in front of you. I heard this as a kid. I was 7.5 years old. I'm listening to a poker game Mrs. Hope had every Wednesday night. All these rich and famous people. Okay, now watch what happens. The LLC, the LLP. LLC is what again? Limited liability company. Okay, no problem. 9 what types? You got 3 houses, put it on one. Fantastic. What do you do? Okay, what do you do? Well, if they sue one, they're going to sue them all. Okay, what happens next? What if we have an LLC and we have our properties there and we basically have other properties using what out-of-state corporations? It's right here. If you get a corporation out of state, not the state you live in when you file your tax return, they announced it yesterday, Department of Treasury Financial Crime Enforcement. They're going to come get you because you screwed up. You cannot hide your assets from the IRS and peekaboo. It's not going to happen. Now, again, write down FINCEN. This is what they announced yesterday. Very simple. If we played the game, understand. And they're loving Wyoming. They're going after that pretty strong. They're also going to New Mexico. Wow, wow, wow. Again, unless you live in Wyoming, I wouldn't do one, but it's up to you. Because that crap doesn't work. Now, what is their ultimate goal to do? Let's understand. Right there, right there. Pay attention. What does it say? Corporations illegal. What? Person. Wow. If it's a legal person, I get a division for me, division for everything we do here. Wow. So every division, the way I designed it in 85, 86, I got it approved in 84, by the way. It's been in my books for 45 years. You have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. I also got it in every application 19 years ago. It allows division process for every cash application. Got it so far? It says may sue or be sued. Let's watch. Now, I heard this as a kid, 7.5 years old, and went to the library. I wanted to research. See, as a kid, I hid at the library. I didn't like being used and abused as a kid. I'd hide at the library reading books. That was just me, reading all the time. Because I didn't want to get a hold of the abuser would get me, and no, thank you. What do? Not required to file fictitious business name. Here's your lie. I believe you lie to yourself, and I believe the world lies to you every day. I watch it on basically social media and TikTok. You could bankrupt 22 corporations and go get another one all the time. How do you do that? Isn't that the intent to do what? I think that's RICO, racketeering, or wire fraud. Maybe. I don't know. What do I know? I'm not here to be safe an attorney. Let's watch. If you have a corporation or LLC, did you sign for the lease of the building? Yeah. The credit card? How about the bank? How about basically the car? If you're the signer, when it bankrupts, they bankrupt you. Then you go get your spouse. Hey, who are they going to go get? You guaranteed the crap. See, I had a debate with a college professor years ago. I asked one question. When did an LLC, LLP, C Corp, nonprofit, PC grow hands? Huh? I like this guy. He was highly intelligent. I love that. Made sense. When did your LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC grow hands? When? When did it grow hands? Okay. How is it going to sign for itself? It cannot. So as we look at this process and understand something, okay, you sign for the bank account, lease of the building, car, credit card, and loan. You did it. The moment you have a division of me, okay, you can learn to sign here on behalf of the corporation. That's the only time it had hands since 1984, and I created the hands called division process. Now let's pretend today you have a car. I watched what I call Howdy Doody tell you to take your car, registered owner, and basically transfer it to irrevocable trust. Irrevocable what? Trust. Huh. Doesn't the irrevocable trust hold all your assets? And if you transfer your car to that, what happens when you get it above and above? They sue the irrevocable trust. Isn't that kind of dumb? See, I don't understand dumb. Do you understand dumb yet? See, if they transfer and they sue the registered owner, which is be you right now, you're a duck and a sheep. Sorry, you are. Today, you bump a car at the store. No problem. You bump the car. They're all going to do what? First, they're going to exchange driver's license, insurance, registration, which have your home address, which is called dumb. It should be changed to mailing address immediately. And the registered owner of the car, what should it be? Huh. What if you did it my way and made it a division under the corporate umbrella? So they would sue the division and not you or your spouse. I would disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and throw the sucker away. Your banks did it. Your grocery stores did it. Why don't you? See, your whole problem is your lack of knowledge is why you bring the pain home. Congratulations, you're a duck and a sheep. You might as well walk around and go quack, 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 bam, I'm a sheep, I'm a duck. That's how it works. Don't you see the bloodsucker attorneys on TV, the billboards on the freeway? Let's sue everybody. That's what they do. So if they sue you, the registered owner, all right, they would sue you and your spouse. Okay, that sucks. If it was a division, I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and throw the sucker away. I can isolate the problem and separate. Is that okay? Division process made sense to me for many ways. I created 89 ways how to use the division because it doesn't have hands and what says a division. I signed the lease of the building here and the one next door, but I have a division of me. Okay, I have several divisions of me. Okay, so I created it here in this corporate umbrella, a division. By the way, I have 3 divisions of me. I have 3 for one reason. This is for contracts. This is for basically supply cash credit, and this is cash credit cards. So I have a line of defense. If I sign the lease and I have a problem, what am I going to do? Maybe I want to grow the business. They want me out of the lease. Maybe there's a problem. I'm going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate the piece that's bad and keep the other pieces. I told you I turned it into a damn game as a kid. Isn't it time you learn to play the game of business? But it's up to you. Play my way. Now, I believe 100,000 a month is your minimum. If you had 100,000 a month coming in, would you have the ability to take care of bills and take care of your family and build more? What do we do? Let's watch. Come on. If we take the cards, my wife here's her cards. 100,000 paid over time. Here's another one. So here's 2 cars. That's what, $200,000. Okay, no problem. If I build it through the corporation, what would I do next? I'm going to basically go after the Chase Inc. cards. Chase Inc. All right, literally, there's no interest rate for 22 months. Is that good? Personal as well. So I'm going to turn around so you don't copy the card or the name and number on the card. Some people do that too. So here's $350,000 right here, right here. If I add it to this 200,000, do I have 500,000 of credit? Yes. So if I have 500,000 of the credit to the corporation, what would I do next? You're going to run the business? Oh, no. You're going to daisy chain the credit per division. Daisy chain credit. Understand what this means. Every division can have its own what? Its own cards. Its own what? Cards. I have 6 kids. I have babies. Corporation has babies as well. Is that okay? Division process. So here we have 500,000. Every division can have up to $1 million of credit. That's a line of defense. A line of what? Defense. Why would I ever script my credit in the first place when I never had to? Your personal credit finances to build your structure. It builds the dream. Structure equals finance and dream. Write it down. Structure equals finance and dream. If we do it the right way, we get to win. I'm sorry, I don't think your way works. I think your way sucks, in my opinion. I would like you to be a double CFO. I would like you to be a double CFO. Can you write that down, please? Double CFO. What does this do for us? Okay, let's watch. If you did it my way, what does this mean? I'm going to take the parent company and I'm going to do exactly what they told me to do. American Express is offering 99 cards. It's ridiculous. How many millions would you like? How many would you like? But it's up to you. If I had 3 divisions right here, 3 divisions right here, these 3 divisions allow me to create 300,000 in credit just off these cards. Okay, 3. Now that creates up to 30,000 a month. If I have 6, that's $600,000 a month. All right, for credit, and I have 60,000 basic income. If I have 9, again, what do? 900,000 credit. That is basically $100,000 a month. See, your problem is you. You don't know how to count. I don't understand. How do you count? Very simple. If I have 9 divisions, 9 lines of credit, again, here's 9 lines of credit. That's a parent company. That is what? 1 million of credit. If that's basically 100,000 coming in per month, 18 divisions, 9 locations of something. So what do I have? So if I look at 3 divisions, that's 30,000 a month if you do it right. 6 division is 60,000, no problem. And if I have 9 divisions, that's 100,000 a month. I told you it's a numbers game. This is the goal you have to reach for 18 divisions. If you ever want $1 million a month, it's 72 divisions. Numbers never lie. Numbers never lie. Numbers never lie. Only people lie. So what happens? If you ever want to get to $5 million, it's very simple. You will be a double CFO. You will have the ability to create 100,000 a month into 1 million. Hey, I got to $1 million a day, all right, back in 2006, 7, 8, 9. But again, that's what I did. Then I got to die in a coma, kind of slow down my day. What do? Structure builds what? Finance and dreams. Write it down. Come on. Structure builds finance and dreams. You waste $50 every other day on crap. You know you do, so do I. You waste about $1,000 a month and kind of piss it away. Why don't you quit wasting and reinvest in yourself the right way? Anyway, it's up to you. What do? Why do we create auto income? Let's write it down. Take a picture. 1987, I have a big problem. I created simple. All right, the division process, 85, 86, it got approved. 87, I create dashboards, allow tax ID for credit cards. And then I have 53 million of credit cards and they're shrinking my limits. What do I do now? Then I have 16 escrows closing in a day. It's like I got out of hand. It was more than I could handle. I asked my clients, would you like to be my soldiers? And that's what they said. Yeah, please. So if I line up an escrow, you get to do what? Finance it off borrow money. So this is auto income. Take your picture and focus on auto income. I believe you should have 100,000 coming in a month, maybe at least 10,000. What do you think? But it's up to you. Now, I call it boring and steady. I like boring and steady. Now, when I wrote the first books on laundromat car washes 47 years ago, it wasn't to run the damn things, it was to own them. Now you get clients, you need a laundromat car wash. No, you don't. You need to own it to be the damn bank. That's how it is. Okay. Now, pay attention. I'm going to teach you how to do this yourself. You hold on to yourself. I'm online 6 days a week. Okay. That means Monday through Friday, twice a day. And on Saturday, 6 classes. It's very simple. 6 classes. I will teach you to do it all. This is called you do. I wrote down you do, we do, I do. Write it down. You do it all. I'll teach you how. No problem. All the work. I'm online 6 days a week to help you do that step by step. Saturday, I got 6 classes to learn how to play more. That's up to you again. Now, if we do it together, you have to elect me as a CFO. A CFO. I would be a chief financial officer for your organization. I got no power to do anything besides you tell me what to do. Simple. If you allow me to be a CFO for your organization, I'm allowed to use certain things to references for you. What does this mean? Let's watch what happens next. I have over $60 million of credit, live cards, not a bunch of trade line crap, okay? Real stuff. We get to play the game to win. That's the ultimate goal as we play this game to win, and that's what I want you to do. If you allow me to be a CFO, I'd like to go after the blueprint loan American Express. What does this mean? American Express gives up to $250,000 called blueprint loan. If you look at it on gold and platinums, in the middle of the business, when it says right there, would you like one of those loans? A blueprint loan is up to $250,000. I was told by 3 employees they named it after me because I created Blueprint of Success. Okay, maybe so. Who knows? $250,000. If I take the $250 and I put money in an escrow, can I close an escrow? Here's the problem. The management companies that I use will not let you screw this up. Again, if you write a check to escrow for any piece you ever write an escrow for, the management company that whatever piece you bought pays the fee that you ever used to borrow money on. You get the leftover. They verify through escrow, what did you use to pay that for that fee? You bought a storage unit. What did you use? Use a line of credit. Okay, well, it's maybe a blueprint loan. Maybe it's a loan from the bank. They verify how you purchase it through escrow. Management company pays the bill first, then gives you the leftover. You can't screw it up. You cannot circumvent this. We made it dummy proof so you can't screw it because you would screw it up because, well, I got to pay this bill and say, no. You learn to budget yourself on the leftover. That's what the goal is, leftover. Here's American Express application. Every application, credit application for business, has had division process for the last 19 years. It's right there. I invent division process. You're not paying attention to it. So guess what happens? How does that benefit you through? Well, first of all, you're building the corporation and you have to decide your paycheck. How does it benefit you? Don't worry about you right now because you worry about you the way you screw up. Your goal is, let's say I take an LLC and I convert it to S Corp. Because that's what I tell you to do. The S Corp says you must have a reasonable salary. What if your salary is what it takes to pay your bills so you break even and your house payment gets your money back? That's called tax balancing. What if the corporation builds millions and billions of dollars and it doesn't pay tax? Or else it's a tax because the borrowed money is not taxable. All right, if we use corporate credit, we're not have to trade the credit card. What do you think about that? There's so many ways you can do this. There's 1,000 ways, by the way. So every application allows division process right there, right there. Now, American Express is trying to give you 99 cards. You log in, it says, would you like 99 cards? That could be a division card, an expense card, or a card for you in the corporation. It's right there, okay? How many would you like? All right, how many would you like? Would you like one as an employee right here? Maybe you screwed up American Express and they don't forgive you. Maybe they want to sue you because usually they do. Maybe you screwed up Chase. Maybe you need a division for you for that purpose. Would you like a gold card? Simple. I believe you create credit to finance the American dream and offset your taxes in the first place. Borrow money is not taxable. Corporate credit's a write-up. And all corporate credit doesn't show up on personal file, but a Spark card. The Spark card will. That's Capital One. So again, would you like $250? And I got someone earlier, well, that's his dad. Okay, then live your life. Okay, live your life the way it is, okay? If you don't create manageable debt, how do you finance your dream? How do you finance it? You get to write it all off anyways. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain if you do it my way. But you keep doing it. How's it working for you? This is basically the $250 right now, $250. Up to $250,000 in line of credit. You don't have to pay a damn thing until you write a check. If you wrote a check to escrow, the escrow is going to close in 60 days when the first bill's due. If management pays the bill and you get the leftover, how can you screw it up? Got it so far? But again, it's a choice when you do this as well. As you create the debt, all right, what do? You create wealth. Borrow money not taxable. Hey, let's do this. Let's pay tax, buy a Lamborghini Ferrari. How about we borrow $44 billion? Hey, let's buy a spaceship. Again, debt offsets taxes. You've watched everybody do this around you and on TV as well and everything in the world. So what do? They want 30 transactions and they want basically what? $100,000 in and out of the bank account. If you have it online, you have to do that. No problem. It's okay. You can do it yourself. I'll teach you how. If you do not have that structure, when you elect me as a CFO, I use my petty cash account to help you if you want. If you want, you don't have to, but it's up to you. My petty cash account shows about $300,000 a month in and out of the accounts. All right. Here's basically last month, $219,000 or $250. I'm sorry. Okay. What do we got? $61,000, another $61,000. Okay. So here's $330,000 as a CFO. We can connect in an agreement. So if they call me up and I say, yeah, I can verify that. Let's log in my account now. Hey, if you can't do that, the difference is we can do it with me as a CFO if you want to. But if not, it's okay. See, if you want to hire me as a CFO, we get to do that too. But again, that's when you basically figure out how to be a CFO. You're the CFO for family, so you are here. If you want me to be part of your board as a CFO for credit purposes only, I got no power to do anything besides helping you get lines of credit. Got it so far? If we do this correctly, all right, the building was only $64 million. I didn't buy the building, corporations did. Lamborghinis, I like Lamborghinis, they're kind of fun. I bought my first one as a kid from an auction, cost $60,000. It was a Quintos Lamborghini. This is 1,013 divisions, and I was controlling $2.2 billion in real estate, just for the hell of it. Is that okay? I got to billionaire status as a kid through corporate structure as 21. I think that's a kid. Is that what you? How about 2.6 billion, 26? All right, they're not mine, but I got the keys. Damn. You like the cars? But they're not mine. I got the keys. So online, what do we see all the time? Online, all the time we go, you can only write off so much of the car. I don't give a damn what the write-off. I care about liability. They sue the registered owner, which is you. Today, your driver's license, your insurance registration has your home address on it. It has your home. No, stop. Why would you have that home address on there in the first place when you choose a mailing address? California allows P.O. Box. My first car is being a Quintos Lamborghini. Isn't that fun? How about this? It's not mine, but I got the damn keys. Whose car is it? It's a Division. A Division? It's a company car. On the doors, it says Reynolds University. Not buying, but I got the keys. Not buying, I got the keys. How about the twins? I ended up getting 21 cars in a car collection because I was bored. Isn't that terrible of me? Bored. All right, boom, boom, boom. I parked this at our house in Huntington Harbor, the mansion with the U-Dock on it, okay? Properties in Big Bear, Havasu, all kinds of goodies. That's just me having fun. I like Harleys too. Do the love ride and truck ride. Okay, no problem. What do we do? God's gift on the house in the harbor. No problem. What do we do? Well, the Duffys even said the Reynolds University as well. I take my wife over to Captain Jack's on Friday or Saturday. Now, you can't write that off. I don't understand dumb people. Write off the haircut. No. Write off the Rolex. No. All right. Write off the dinner. Have a chef at home. No. What's this guy's name? Carlton Dennis or some crap? He don't know crap. Good luck with that crap. Listen to circus clowns all day long. Simple. Where's the yacht? There's the race boat. It even says Reynolds University on the race boat. Why not? Where do you park your yachts? Where? Show me. I'm from Show Me State. See, most people for the blah, blah, blah. Me, I'll just show you how to do it. And how we play the game to win. I like goodies. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. We play. 21 cars in the car collection. I need garages all the time. It's kind of fun. But then I built a house over here in Uberlanda. I had my helicopter pad. You know what I have? You got to have a pool, but it has to be outside. No, it's too windy. It has to be inside doors. Again, in the doors. Simple. We play. So if you want me to do it with you, we could do that too. You do, we do, I do. Now, if I do all the work for you, I'm just going to line it up my way and get you escrow money and close escrow. Now you're getting $10,000, $100,000 a month. So I call it we do. I'll do it all for you, but it's your choice. But remember, who's been online 6 days a week for 50 years? All right, me. Who else? Nobody. Who has been the largest registered agent in the world? Nobody besides me. Who sold more corporations on planet Earth besides me? Nobody. 10 times even Nevada. Simple. We play my way. Who's been out there doing what for 50 years, helping people because he made a promise at 7? Me. Me for you. Simple. That's $10,000 to $100,000 a month if I do all the work for you. Can I do it for you, please? But again, what do you do? Let's pay attention. Come on, pay attention. Because some ding-dongs say, what about the debt? If we create credit cards, let's watch. The cards for basically cash cards, very simple. This is for Bitcoin. This is for crypto. This is for cash, what? This is basically buying gold, silver, or stock trading. Cards are for that purpose only. If you're using that, forget it. If we do this correctly, like the American Express Gold or getting the platinum or the line of credit, now watch what happens. If I line you up or I help you line you up as well, you're going to use a line of credit from the bank for 150s. What are we going to do? Escrow is going to close. The management company demands how you paid for the escrow. Use a line of credit. They will deduct the payment out of the proceeds every month before you get the leftover. You can't screw it up. We designed it this way so you cannot rip off the bank or whatever you have, because the escrow gets paid, the payment gets paid, you get the leftover. That's how it works. Leftover. That leftover is about $3,500 to $10,000 a month per division. Per what? Division. You see, you might be an expert in what you do, but guess what? I'm the #1 expert worldwide in being what I do. If you want to play, you do what I say, and I'm going to tell you what to do every step of the way. I don't do anything besides tell you what to do. I'll guide you. I'll do the work for you too. Simple. So if you want to create up to $100,000 a month to literally $1 million a month, it's up to you. Division count is 18 for $100,000 a month. If you do it right. 72 is $1 million a month. Divisions don't lie, only people lie. That's how it works. Numbers never lie. I love numbers. As a kid going to the library, numbers made sense to me. $25,000, 3 people plus me. That's what? $100,000. We want to buy a laundromat, dry cleaner, car wash. That's simple. Bills are paid. The leftover for each one of us, $3,200 a month. We're not rich. I never want you to say you're rich, you're rich, you're rich. I want you to say I'm a puppet master. I control everything, own nothing. That's what I want you to say. So what happens? We each get $3,200 a month. We're not rich. We're not what? It's going to enhance income or replace it. It's up to you. Do it 10 times. What if we took $50,000 off a line of credit, borrow money? All right, we want to buy a storage unit, a laundromat, or 4-plex. Okay, 3 people plus me. There you go. $5,600. You cannot screw up the program ever, unless you don't pay attention and you screw it up for you. That's up to you. $75,000 is 5 people plus me, up to $7,500 a month. We're not rich. How about $100,000? We want to buy a Wendy's restaurant. We need $1 million. Storage unit, apartment complex. Okay. If the bills are paid and we each get $96.20 or that $10,000 a month, just round it off, every month per division. How about if you did it 10 times? How many divisions did I say plus parent company? There's your $100,000 a month. You must design your future. You design how many divisions, you design the income, you design the credit, and you go get it and get off your assets and quit being silly and whatever I say. That's kind of dumb, but we're not dumb people. You just follow dumb. Sorry, that's what most people do all the time. Now, I'm online 6 days a week. You got a problem, I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to sing Kumbaya. Got it so far? Here's your future. Take a picture. Take your picture. Right there. Take your picture. Okay? So if we play this game, it's very simple to play the game to win. Okay? So there's a question. What's up with the graphs? Okay? I don't know what that means anyway. What do we do? So we play the game to win. The ultimate goal. What do we do? There's your goal. Now, I can't help you unless I blueprint you. This means you and your partner of life on the phone for an hour. That's what it is, an hour, at least an hour's time. I'm going to ask past, present, and future, good, bad, and ugly, okay? I'm going to ask you questions. Do you have a bankruptcy? Do you have a tax problem? We don't want your past chasing your future. Did you ever screw American Express or Chase? I need to know that as well. Again, I'm going to ask about family. See, the problem here is you and the husband and wife situation. That's not a problem. The problem is you not paying attention. Let's understand something right now. It's very simple to understand, very simple, okay? When somebody hands you a contract, husband or wife situation, and it says the word and, A-N-D, and. That means you and your wife or husband have to sign on behalf of something. If you're gone and you're on the other side, you passed away, you have a problem. You set yourself up for probate. You and your family's in probate. What your family did to you, by the way. What if we put the word or? We cross that sucker off. And we put in the word or. And we initial it, okay? It's simple. So if I pass away, my wife can sign anything she wants. It's not a setup for probate. Your whole problem is every little detail matters the most, and you have to repackage your life my way because your way sucks. Sorry, did I say that out loud? That's what I believe today, but it's up to you. Family, corporation. I got an LLC, right? Good for you. It's also classed as a corporation. There's 9 types. What kind you got? All right, got divisions. How many divisions? You make the decision. 18 divisions creates up to 100,000 a month. 72 is up to 1 million. How much would you like? The IRS says 5 million below public record, a small company. So if you only want $1 million too, that's up to you. If you created auto income, would you have your situation in your life today? You are basically trying to get where you want to go, and you didn't do it my way because your way sucks. If you did it my way, you'd have 100,000 automatic coming in. Then you can design your paycheck. Then you can make sure you offset your taxes and do tax balancing, but it's up to you. But it's up to you. It always has been. See, you can design your life if you truly want to be a puppet master. I started the Puppet Master Club 45 years ago. Do you have an irrevocable trust, yes or no? If not, get one of those suckers because you need it. Again, car. Car is what? A division, because it can't be you. They bumpity bump, they're going to sue you and your spouse too. House. Escrow, closed, homestead, trust. No husband and wife buys a house together because that would be dumb. You buy it together, okay, you lose the house. They reported the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you both have crappy credit and an IRS problem. Makes no sense. And my original system that I put out there in 1976, it's very simple, winning the game of business. I wrote on page 6, paragraph 3, okay, very simple, cash flow fee per time. I wrote that, okay? I've had 2 people try to steal my goodies like Blueprint of Success. The bottom line is you have to go after that, and your attorneys have to sue people all the time. So auto income, write it down. The next thing is going to be basically what? Cash flow fee per time. I wrote that in my system when I was 15 friggin' years old. Got it so far? I put that out when I was 16. And from there, I kept updating again and again and again. What do we do today? If you want a blueprint call with me, I'm up to $5,000 an hour, $50,000 a day. Companies pay me that all the time. Today, simple for you, my wife calls this my hobby. Okay. If you want an hour of my time with you and your partner for life, it's usually about $3,000. There you go. If you wanted to discount, they gave it away for $2,000 a day. Simple. If you did this today, not tomorrow, not next week, all right, and if you Zelled it, simple, Zell, now, it would be $699 if it's done today. Not Zell, forget it. Why would I do it for you for that price? It's ridiculous. So I'm trying to get you to repackage you to understand how it works so you can get into some coaching programs. I want to change your life, if that's okay with you. What do we do? It's your turn. It is your turn today. Your turn to play the game. Irrevocable trust will avoid probate. Well, hell, what will avoid probate is your silliness, what you do for your life today. Irrevocable trust protects assets, the goal that happens. Probate can happen because you didn't do the right thing and you did what? Or and. So does it avoid probate? I'm not going to say yes because you don't know. I don't know what you're doing right now. You can still have probate because you didn't listen and learn. How's that? But I'm not here to be safe an attorney. That's why the blueprint call matters to me. So your turn today. If you want me to personally coach you, it's $11,000 every 90 days. 11 grand. Simple. If it was done today, they're offering it for $4,000. But again, I have one position available. The rest goes to the junior coaches. So one of you today can pick a 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months coaching. You get stuck with me. If not, from there, after the next one's done, you get junior, senior coaches. But I'll help supervise them, but you don't get me. Today, if you want to line up an escrow, I'll help you line it up. Is that okay? 3 months of coaching. Understand, I'm building you $50,000 in credit, $50,000 in credit. I'd like you to use $25,000 from the escrow. That's why these are designed this way, for $25,000. Escrow closed, payments paid, you get the leftover. Leftover is about $3,200. That's all it is, okay? But that's per division. Is that all right? So it's in the link tree today. It's very simple. If you Zelle only today, it's $3,000. And whoever does it first, you get me in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months. It's up to you. I have one position available today, then I'm sold out. You get junior, senior coaches, not a problem. They'll do a great job for you. So again, that's 3,000 Zelle today, now. Simple. A 6 months coaching today is $200,000 in credits right there. I'll build you $100,000 in credit, but understand, numbers don't lie. You're not allowed to use more than $75,000 off the line of credit because I said so in an escrow. That'll create basically about $7,200 a month income. Is that all right? Now, if I do this correctly with you today, $100,000 in credit, it's usually $22,000. Today, it's $8,000 right there, $8,000. So $8,000 today, very simple. What do you get to do? All right, we're going to get you $100,000 of credit, and we're going to coach you every step of the way. And if you did this, and the only one next, if it's 3, 6, 9, or 12, Whoever gets the next coaching, you're stuck with me. If not, you're going to be with the junior and senior coaches. So the goal is it's in the late trade. If this was Zelle only today, now, it's $5,000. That's an extra discount if it's a Zelle. If it's not a Zelle, forget it. Then you pay the other fee and you pay the 5%. That's what you got to do. If we take 9 months, I'm building $150,000 in credit. The $150, you're allowed to only use $100,000. You don't ever max it out. This is the kind of business you would pick. What do we do? It's usually $33,000. Today it's $12,000 today. We build $150,000 in credit. That's up to you as well. That's 9 months of coaching. Every 4 weeks you're on the phone with me. I get to tell you what to do. Now today, if it was done by Zelle only, it's $7,000. If it's not done by Zelle, don't worry. You just pay the higher fee. You call the office right away, and they'll just tell you, no. You pay the higher fee. That's what it is. See, it's very simple if you want to play my way to get the last position I have available. If you pick 12 months of coaching, it's $200,000 of credit. That should be $100,000 for you and the corporation as well. We repackage you, and what do we have? All these programs come with coaching. They always come with what? Rapid rescore and rebuild you no matter what you do anyway. There's $200,000 of credit. I'd tell you to use $150 at the most into an escrow. But again, it's up to you. It's usually about $44,000. Today it's $16,000. It's right there. If it was done by Zelle only, it'd be $10,000. If you don't do it, then you blew it. It's up to you. Call the office, 800-254-9506. Go for it. You only got one position available today for me, 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. Whoever does the next one, you're stuck with me personally. But if you want to be a junior coach, fine. They'll get stuck with them, no problem. They'll help you. They'll do almost as good as I do, almost. So the goal is to get you a $5 million income. If we do $100,000 a month, that's good. 18 divisions. How about 72 divisions? That's $1 million. If you're in coaching currently now, you should upgrade today. Call your specialist right away because you need to upgrade. But it's up to you. What do we do? Everything for me is a mindset. I had to convince myself I was not a piece of what in the corner, as Mrs. Hope told me that a million times. I had to basically do it one thing for myself, prove it or remove it. What do? I'm one of the few, not one of the many. I had to think about these things all the time. See, if you hear something bad enough, you hear it all the time, you tend to believe it. The mindset. If I can touch it, I could kick it. That's me. That's what I did. Door jam, 10. Basketball hoop, 14. There's 13 feet. Hit my head, too. Again, see it, believe it, go get it. You got a choice today. If you want to play with me, you're online with me 6 days a week if you want to be. And I'll hold your hand. We'll sing Kumbaya. 17 years old, I have 19 houses under corporate structure. All these corporations, again, before I had to pay franchise tax fee, didn't like that. What did I do? I went to an event I found out in the registered newspaper, the LA Times. Fantastic. It's payphones. Here they have these payphones. This is what I heard. You understand? A payphone route is $1,600. They make an average of $300 a month. Okay, no problem. I stood up and said, I'll take 10. I'll take 10. I use my line of credit. I'll take 10. How many months would it take to break even if I make $300 a month? It costs $1,600. Numbers don't lie, only people lie. That's what I've said for 50 years. I'll take 10. Going back and forth to these meetings and the people that complain, I'd buy other routes. I ended up having 22,000 payphones. Up to that, 6.6 million a month. Is that good? They're not mine. I'm a puppet master. I don't own anything. I'm not dumb enough to put something on my name. Not saying you're dumb. I just think what you're doing is dumb. That's just your opinion, in my opinion, for you. So what do? Let's create auto income. My original series that I put out there when I was 16 years old. Why not? Foundation is key. Has been. But you can play your way. I think your way sucks. I was coaching Carlton Sheets coaches, Dave Delgado and Russ, all these people as well. I'm coaching the coaches. I'm the largest registered agent in the world. I've been out there 50 years helping people 6 days a week. Who's done that besides me? Nobody. What do? If you can touch it, you can kick it. Simple. I like goodies. You like goodies? Most goodies are a division process because there's liability. I create the line of defense. Now, as a little boy, they kept saying, "Hey, you little boy, always good. Thank you, Jesus." I told everybody, always good. Thank you, Jesus. Simple. They leave me alone. That's what it is. Always good. It's a mindset. Now, today, if you want to register for classes on Saturday, you can do that too. See, on Saturday, I have 6 classes. Would you like some goodies? Let me know. Goodies and goodies and goodies. They're divisions. If you have something in your name, don't be surprised they want to sue you, slip it away, and take it away from you too. It kind of sucks. So what happens? I like goodies. You like some goodies? You want some mansions? but they're not mine. Irrevocable trust. I was controlling up to 2.2 billion by the time I was 26. Is that okay? But not mine. I'm just a puppet master. We play. Basically, the class on Saturday, there's 6 classes. The specialty class, there's a specialty class every week, and we rotate these for every 11 weeks. This Saturday is tax balancing. It's 9 o'clock, all right? So basically, out 3:15, 7 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, what are we going to do? We do tax balancing. You can spend the day with Ray. How's that? But that class is $500. You don't get that one for free. No. If you're in coaching, yes, you would. If you DM me and let my reps give you the 10 questions today, I'll waive the fee. Not today, don't worry, you blew it. Give you an opportunity. I'm trying to motivate you to do it now. Got it so far? Now. But it's up to you. Put it off. Go ahead, put it off. What do we do? Well, you got basically Lawrence and you have David in the back right now wanting to hold your hand and sing Kumbaya. 800-254-9506. Got it so far? We play the way to win. So I like to repackage you my way. Is that okay if we repackage you my way? What does this mean? Very simple. If we listen to the words, borrow money, not taxable, we can finance the American dream. Use borrow money to buy something or an escrow, fourplex, apartment complex. Maybe it's a Wendy's. Maybe it's a Jack in the Box. Use borrow money. Offsets taxes. You could actually learn to play the game to win starting today, but it's up to you. If I was to build you $25,000 of credit, it's very simple. We charge about 10%. That should be for your corporation or for you. You tell me what you want it to be. So again, they discounted today $19.99, $2,000. It's simple. For $2,000 today, they're building you $25,000 credit for you, corporation or divisions. You tell us you want. The difference is simple as we play this game. Now, if you want 15 or 5% discount, you would Zelle. Here's what's going to happen today if you did it today. Now, I'd like to have $25,000 credit for you, your corporation, and your division. That's $75,000. If that is Zelle today, $2,000, I'll build you $75,000 today. If you need to use a card, they charge you 5% more. That is $75,000 of credit. 25 for you, corp and division process. That is during the live only. You better call them now. You didn't do it now, you blew it. It's up to you. That is $2,000, card or Zelle. Simple. $50,000 of credit. Let's build that for you again, corporation division process. Okay, what do we do? Well, the bottom line, they give you a discount today in their basically email for $3,000. $3,000. Okay. So here's in the link tree for $3,000, $50,000. If it was done today by card or Zelle, Zelle saves you 5%. Today, I'm building you $150,000 of credit. $50,000 for you, $50,000 corporation, and $50,000 in the division. That's $150. If it was done today, if it's not done today, don't worry about it. You blew it. It's a discount. If you Zelle, you save 5%. There you go. If you want $100,000 of credit, what do we do? It's simple. They usually charge $10,000 for that. Today, it is $5,000 per $100,000. Got it so far? $100,000 of credit. Again, if you did that today, I'm not doing 3 times. Hell with that. No way. I will double it. $5,000 by Zelle or card today. I'm building you $200,000 of credit. That's your corp, that's your division, or that's your corporate you. Simple to do. It's going to be up to you as you do this process. That is card or that is a Zelle. Simple. If it's done today, it's double the number for that. For the 100,000, it's 200,000. You don't do it today, it's okay. You won't be able to do it tomorrow. You kind of blew it. Now, the goal for me is very simple. The Reynolds University. I finally got my university set up in 2001, 2009. It's simple. 22,000 square foot building, Irvine Spectrum, One Technology Drive. Simple. I love my building. I love helping people. In the office, you got past Betty, there was an office at B of A, Chase, Franchise, and ADP. They're in my location, set up bank accounts for my clients. But again, I got to die in a coma in 2009, come back. I was broke. I was homeless again. That kind of sucks. I built $1 million of credit in 3 weeks because I had 3 divisions of me. See, I want you to understand something. I was born on March 8th. 8 is my favorite number. It's infinity beyond. Got it so far? So I've been doing this for 50 years now because what did I do? I help people. And that's the ultimate goal for all of you if you pay attention. 8, that's just a race car. Bum, bum, bum. Race motorcycles and boats too. Just for the fun of it. So what do we do? Would you like a goodie yet? Let me know if you want some goodies. Goodies are divisions. Understand? Goodies are divisions. Understand that? Very simple. Now, what happens is every Friday at 3 o'clock, I do analyzations personally for all the clients. I've always done all the analyzations. I've analyzed 50 million people so far. I'm old school, current school, and future school. If you want me to play and get you past go, I'll give you all the rules and tools you've ever needed in your life to get to million to billionaire. It's simple. Anybody can repackage their credit themselves if they want the score just to go up. Green lights lets you reduce your debt to ratio. If you need rebuilding, it's simple. We don't do repair. Paralegals will verify information. They'll put you in a rapid restore and rebuild you up and away now. But that's up to you as well. Every Friday, analyzation. That's what we do. We do it for every client. You get a case number. Now, you're going to sign an agreement. The agreement is very simple. You're not going to apply for credit during the program. You're not going to jack up your cards. 2 rules. If you apply for credit like a client did the other day, I got his score to go up 150 points. Line went up. Fantastic. He went after 6 cards. He got $200. It's like, what are you doing? Well, I thought the agreement was going, yeah, you stop. You signed an agreement that said you would not apply for credit. You would not jack up cards. You just violated the rules. I got to charge you. I'm going to reload the system at the rapid rescore. I've got to put the history back on because you screwed it up. It's going to cost you. Oh, I'm going to pay that. Then we close your case. So my point is for you, don't screw up my program. Got it so far? Never screw up the program. There's only 2 rules to follow. That's simple. If we can follow the rules, you can play the game to win. There's me in the coma. Kind of sucks. You ever had a bad day? That day I die in a coma at 5:41 July 5th. Sucks. We took out the yacht in the backyard the night before to watch the fireworks group of people. Someone had a virus. My attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA, steals my $3.7 billion. Nurse asked my wife if I'm a donor. I got a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. I went back. Help my wife. What do we do? So there's no excuses for any of you. What do we understand? Very simple today. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. 11 and a half years old, it kind of sucks. I've also been shot. I've also been knifed. How's that? I went to school and watched Torrance and Long Beach, all the great areas. You had to learn to kick it or run. I'd rather never run. But again, it's up to you. Choices. So there's no excuse for you anymore besides you're lazy or you want to go get it. It's that simple. Now, highest kick, fastest kick, 1981. Simple. It's only 13 feet. All right. I'd like you to change some things today. Please, please change things. I'd like you to think about your driver's license, your insurance registration. I'd like you to change the addresses to a mailing box. It's, a mailing address instead of your home address. I think you should never give it to a stranger, but you do that every day, especially if you get pulled over or a bumpity bump. Registered owner should be a division in my opinion, but it's up to you too. Maybe you like when they sue your spouse as well. That kind of sucks. So here's a Lamborghini, one of the Jaguars. 21 cars in the car collection for the fun of it, even buildings too. What do we do? Okay. When you buy a car, you have a problem. Your problem when you buy a car is these credit cards and these pieces in the credit what you're trying to do and buy the car, you think your score is great. They use this Isaac BS report. Car dealerships are liars, 90% of them. Isaac might BS, whatever. Cars are marked up 60 to 90% marked up. Minimum 60%. The bank owns the cars. They get an interest payment. They're trying to jack you up. Unfortunately, that's what they do to you because you're not paying attention. They ask you the question, what payment you can afford? Please shut up. Please shut up. Shh. The moment you answer that question, they got you. They got you everywhere you go. What payment you can afford? $100. That's it. I don't know. You tell me. Stop. They want to push you around. They stretch you for 5 hours. Simple. When you fill out the piece of paper, they run your credit. When you sign it right above your signature, write down this allows one inquiry, take a picture and tell them that. Set the damn tone. Why don't you set the tone? Why do you allow them? You know they're going to give you 9 inquiries because they make bonus money of $225 per inquiries. They did it on purpose. Oh, it showed up. No, they did it on purpose. They jacked you up, screwed you up. You allow that. Stop it. What is the car situation? We play my way. I like my way. I think you should stop bringing the pain home. Is that okay? Let's understand this. This car, my wife had to pick it up. She signed her name 28 times as a CFO on behalf of the division. A car should be purchased by tax ID division fleet price. Write it down. Tax ID fleet price division. Simple. You shouldn't own the car. She beats these cars up for business all the damn time. You're not nice to cars. That's how it is. But again, that's how you play the game to what? To win. Okay. If you allow me to repackage you, it's called now, today, not next week. It's up to you. We play the game to win. I like to do a rapid rescore for you, block all your crap, and basically understand and analyze your right away. Is that okay? Rapid rescore blocks crap, pushes scores up, and away. That's the goal. Here's rapid rescore again. Everybody gets a 750 and above if they do what they're told to do in 90 days or less usually. Paralegals, going to say 9 months because some people are lazy. They won't do what they're told to do. Okay, what do we do? Take your picture right there. There's your picture. If you understand that's exactly what it does for you today in a rapid rescore I created 50 years ago for mortgage companies. The goal is to play the game of business. The game of business. You got it so far? If you had a paralegal today, all right, push your wrap it up, add history, and give you 10,000 in credit. Is that okay? They're going to charge you $1,000. That's what it is. So you invest $1,000 and they give you 10,000 back and they rebuild your credit. Would that be okay? That's a rapid rescore for you today. Not tomorrow, today. If you Zelle, you save 5%. If you use card, you use a card. Simple. That's what you get to do. Remember, I said structure builds finance and dream. Write it down again. I'm going to hold your hand 6 days a week. Is that okay with you? Show up as many times as you want to. Simple. What do we do? I call it boring and steady. Can you call it boring and steady, please? When I wrote the first book on laundromats, I didn't say go buy one and run the damn thing. Buy it and be the manager. No, be the investor. I bought my first Jack in the Box. I was 19 friggin' years old. It's not mine. It belongs to the corporation. Eventually became a division. I had my Love and Shakey's pizzas. I had my 31 flavor ice creams and Subways and sandwiches and condos, everything else. Properties in Big Bear, Havasu, and all kinds of goodies. But I was the king of satellite television as well, doing hundreds of millions on that too. I didn't want to pay franchise tax fee. I thought that sucked. Today I got 5 LLCs. Good. California, it's $5,000 a year. There you go. Simple. What do we do? What if, all right, you do all the work? I'll show you how. I will hold your hand and say, this is how you do it, and get your own escrow. All right, if you're in coaching, I'll give you the broker's list as well. Simple. We do all the work. Not a problem. 99% of the clients say, please do it with me, right? Hold my hand the first couple of times. Why not? What do? We do. So what you do, we do. Got it? If you elect me as a CFO, Chief Financial Officer, for your organization, I'm not anything besides a CFO. That's what it is, okay? I'm not allowed to do anything unless you tell me to do something. You take control. But I'm going to tell you what to tell me how to do. Is that all right? I'm going to tell you what to tell me. Is that all right? What do we do? Let's go get the $250,000 loan from American Express. Here's the application. They offer up to $250,000. Every cash application for the last 19 years have division process right there, and you don't even know what the hell it is. It's about time you learn to play my way, because your way sucks. Now, would you like a platinum for you, corporation, division, or expense card? How many would you like? Would you like a gold card the same way? Okay, so it's simple. If we do it per division, what do? 3 divisions is up to $30,000 a month. All right, 6 divisions, $60,000. 9 divisions is up to $100,000 a month. If you ever want $1 million a month, it is 72 divisions. Numbers don't lie, only people do. So every division has its own credit file. So would you like $250,000? Let us know. What happens? There it is right there. If you have the 30 transactions on your bank account per month and $100,000, you're fine. I'll show you how to do it yourself. No problem. American Express is a pain in the ass. Understand what happens. Please pay attention. You get basically some people out there who go, and they show this big screen about $950,000. It's a bunch of hooey. American Express, if you use more than $25,000 on a card, up to $100,000, they put you in a financial review. They do it to everybody. You drop your score, they shrink your limit to your balance. They've done this for years. It's online. They'll crash and they'll shut you down. So you can't use one $950,000. That's crap. On the back card, you can't unless you can prove the money's in the bank. Again, what do? Most people lose theirs because they screw up and doesn't know how it works. Every card, like I said, has a personality to it. If we take the American Express, all right, what do we want the blueprint loan? Let's say you want the $250,000. It's up to you. You have 30 transactions, fantastic, $100,000 a month, no problem. I'll show you how to do it. If I'm your CFO, I'm going to show you how to use my accounts for you. So I like having goodies. Simple. Cars, suits, and goodies, and millions and millions and billions of dollars. But it's not mine. I'm a puppet master. Isn't that terrible? That is 1,013 divisions. That's the goal. What do? If you want $100,000 a month, you have to be a double CFO. You have to be CFO for family and not for the organization with 18 divisions. That's how it works. Numbers never lie. 9 divisions, 9 lines of credit, 9 locations of something. That is income. If you want up to $1 million a day, and that's not going to happen right now because you need a lot of divisions. I did that when I had 1,013 divisions. Would you like $1 million a month? That's 72 divisions right there. So you can hire me as your CFO if you want to. It's very simple. I can help you build that as up, and away. What do we do? Here's my bank accounts. This is the petty cash accounts that I use. 3 petty cash accounts every month. There's 215, there's 61, there's 61. So that's $330,000 of what? Verification if you need some help. They call, I'll verify on your behalf because why? I'm a CFO, part of your connection. There's an agreement. We have that agreement, that fund. But again, that's only for that purpose. Now, if I help you with that, you have to put money in escrow, not to me. If you don't do an escrow, I close the account. I won't do it unless you do this. You're going to borrow money into an escrow. They pay the payment, you get the leftover. That's how it works. You never get to control that payment. It is paid out of the escrow and the proceeds from the management company. You want me to do all the work? I will. I'll do all the work for you. But again, this is your organization, not mine. Again, what do? We create 10,000 or 100,000 a month. See, I don't understand. Why didn't you buy the Wendy's restaurant you've been driving by since you were 10 years old? Why not? Why don't you buy a piece of it? Storage unit, laundromat, cars. These are boring businesses run by management companies. Why didn't you do this? What is wrong with you? These don't work? I don't get it. You have the ability to change your life starting today if you wanted to. Remember, if we're using credit to invest, Bitcoin, crypto, stock trading, gold, silver, auto income. If we're going to do Bitcoin or anything else, what happens? You're using credit cards to buy Bitcoin, stock trading, whatever, gold, silver, whatever. There's no interest on these cards up to 22 months. How many? 22 months. It's free damn money. You can actually buy Bitcoin, borrow against it, and leverage it into more money and let it go up, and away. I have a client that put $1 million in 2009 in Bitcoin. It's now worth $100 billion. Actually, the last week it's 98 billion. Okay, it went down a little bit. So what do we do? If we use, listen carefully, credit cards of that type of business, if you want auto income, that's what you should do in the first place anyway. That means you get what? A Wendy's, a storage unit, a gas station, a store. How about an apartment complex? If you own a piece of something, you get auto income forever. You're building a legacy, what your family should have did for you when they did not. They stuck you with probate like you're doing for your family today because your probate sucks. But the line is understand irrevocable trust and other pieces. If we borrow money into an escrow close, simple, management company pays a bill first before you get your leftover. They never let you pay the bill. Never. Because your baby come like excuse why you couldn't pay it. No. Your leftover is between $3,000 to $10,000 a month. Simple. Again, that's auto income per division. If you play, as an example, 25,000 in credit. If we take 25,000 off this line of credit right now, today, your payment is $280 friggin' $300 a month, but you piss away every month anyway, probably every week. So when you put something in escrow, they're going to pay that $300 for you and give you the leftover. The leftover will be about $3,200 a month. You're not rich. I never want you to say you're rich because that makes no sense. You're not rich. You're a puppet master controlling everything and own nothing. There you go. 50,000 is 5,600. The numbers never lie. Only people lie. 75,000 up to $7,500. It's a numbers game. 100,000 to 9620. See, the numbers don't lie based on what you put into an escrow, and that's the return on the money after the bills were paid. Here's your future. Take a picture. I believe you've been screwing up since day one. Sorry to say, but I believe it's true. What's the first steps of doing that yourself? All right, go to the class. Okay. The reality is, I'll tell you that only 1% has ever done it, and they usually fail. So again, yourself, I'm going to say odds on that it's not going to happen because there's 1,000 steps, rules, and tools. Get the Millionaires Founders Kit. So again, what's the first step on yourself? I'd like to hold your hand 6 days a week and you learn from there. And those classes are free, but they're one for specialty. It's up to you. So on yourself, you've had your chance. I mean, you've had your chance your whole life. What have you done so far? Ooh, that's it. If you don't have coaching like for me helping you, I don't think you're going to make it. I'll help you, but I don't think you're going to make it. If I blueprint you, we got to look at past, present, future. A blueprint calls about $3,000. They gave it away for $2 today. If it was done today through me, through the broadcast, I'm going to give it to you for $699 if it's a Zelle. If not, call the office, spend $2,000. They'll charge you 5% of the fee to run the card. Simple. See, this is a business. This is an opportunity for you to change your life. And I'm online 6 days a week for the last 50 years. Being the largest registered agent in the world, by the way, we play. If you want a blueprint call with me personally, it's $6.99 by Zelle only. Not done today. Don't worry, tomorrow or later today, call and run a card for $2,000. Now what happens? It's your turn. Your turn is very simple. Again, what do? I'd be giving you 3 months of coaching for you. Very simple. Every 4 weeks, I'm on the phone with you for an hour, up to 30 minutes, telling you what to do. I'm going to build you $50,000 in credit. $25,000 can be used into an escrow if you want, but that's how it has to be. Okay. Now that's usually $11,000. Today it's $4,000. If you did it today, take $25,000 and $50,000, put it in an escrow. I'll line you up with the broker's list as well. Again, you can pick it or I will. Either way, we're going to close an escrow. There's the go. If we play, if it is a Zelle today, it's $3,000. But again, if it's not a Zelle, simply use a card. Pay $4,000. It's up to you. If we wanted 6 months of coaching, that means every 4 weeks we're on the phone and build you $100,000 in credit, $100,000 in credit, no problem. This means you're using $75,000 in an escrow. That's what I tell you to do. So guess what? $8,000 normally, it's $22,000. There you go. Today, if you did it right away, it cost you $5,000. Again, call the office, 800-254-9506. Zelle gets you more discount today if you did it today. 9 months of coaching is $150,000 of credit that I build you. Simple. See, the reason you can't do it on your own, you didn't do the rapid score, you didn't build the credit. See, that's why it's not going to work for you unless you do it on your own. Unless you have all the money in the bank, that's simple. What happens? 150 is usually 100,000 in escrow. All right, that's going to be up to 9 months. Every 4 weeks we're on the phone. So that's $12,000 today. All right, again, it's usually $33,000. Today, you can get the coaching for $7,000 a day by Zelle, and I build $150,000 in credit. Usually costs $15,000 for the credit. Again, I want you to win. 12 months of coaching is $200,000 of credit I build for you. Usually $44,000. Today it's $16,000 right there. What do? It's simple. You can call and pay the $16,000 you're in coaching with me. If you did a Zelle for $10,000, okay, it's very simple. You're going to get it for $10,000 instead of the $15,000, $16,000. That's today getting $200,000 in credit. I'd like to get you to the $5 million mark if that's okay. Eventually, you want to have 72 divisions. Every division has its own credit file because I set up the dashboard in 1987 to do that. So I can set up the history of Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. To be a puppet master, you have to reach $5 million in credit and $5 million of income. That's how it works. If you want to refer people, you can. We'll actually build credit because of referral base. If you want to be an affiliate, you can do that too. It's in the link tree. So tap to live. Our goal is next to get to the next $100,000 of the 100,000 followers. We got 16 weeks. Maybe the next 40,000 will get us to the 100,000 mark. I do want to get my other clients put on this program with us so I get to that 15 million people online with TikTok with me. Okay, what do? If you give us referrals, we're actually going to give you some money or get you in a class. So what do you want to do? Today, you have David, you have basically Lawrence in the back. Very simple to help you. 800-254-9506. So I'm online twice a day, 6 days a week, and classes on Saturday, 6 classes. It'll take you a long time to do it on your own. With me, I'll do it with you for you and do it faster, but it's up to you. You've had your whole life to try to do it. What have you done so far? I think you're missing pieces, but that's up to you as well. So today, you look beyond the curtain every step of the way. Very simple. What do? We stay safe. We stay strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. We have choices today to play the game to win. But again, I want you to learn to play my way because I don't like your way. Sorry. I think your way sucks, to be honest with you, because I don't understand why you have bad credit. I don't understand why you have $100,000 a month automatically anyway, because I've had since I was a kid through the corporate structure. Again, what do? Millions and billions of dollars, but it's up to you. So we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. If I was you right now, I'd be calling David and Lawrence now. 800-254-9506. Again, in the link tree, you deem us and what do you need and get your articles for free in your books as well. But again, if you're not calling today, sorry, you're not going to make it because what? You put it off till tomorrow? It's okay. They'll just charge you standard price as well. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. Is call the number now. 800-254-9506. Very simple. We're going to do our best. Let God do the rest, and amen to that too. Never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.